Hello everyone, in this video we will be discussing transaction concept. Let us see what is database transaction. In short, we can call this database transaction as transaction in further discussion and in further videos also. Okay, right. Let us understand what is transaction with an example. Okay, I am taking user A, user B, and user A has got bank account in which he has got 200 rupees, and similarly user B has got his own bank account and he has got 100 rupees. Okay, right. Now this user A wants to transfer money to user B. So user A wants to transfer 100 rupees from A to B. Now from user point of view, what is this particular transfer of 100 rupees from A to B? So this is a unit of work. So this unit of work, they'll also call it as transaction. Yes, from their point of view, this is a unit of work and they'll be again calling it as transaction. Another name for unit of work is transaction. Okay, right. From database point of view, from database system point of view, what is actually a transaction? We'll see now. Transaction from the point of database system. From the point of database system, transaction is a program. Transaction is a program which consists of set of instructions. And these set of instructions, right? And these set of instructions form set of operations. These set of instructions forms set of operations, right? And these operations are of what type? Question arises. And in database systems, there are n number of operations are performed. And different types of operations are performed. But to understand the transaction concept, we'll be taking only two operations, read operation and write operation. Read operations and write operations. So we are considering only these set of operations only, read and write operations. So these operations are performed to do unit of work. So these operations are performed and at the same time they are logically related. Now we'll see how they are logically related. How these operations are logically related. Now I'll write one transaction with operations, then we'll understand how they are logically related. Now I'm taking a transaction which is also called as a program. Now I'm writing operations to transfer 100 rupees from A to B. So to transfer 100 rupees from A to B, so what is my first operation? I need to read the A's account. Now once reading, what I need to do? I need to debit it. Why I want to debit? Because I want to transfer 100 rupees from A to B. I want to debit it. So now I am debiting it. Yes, I am debiting it. Right, once I debit, I need to update in A's account. Yes, I have updated. Initially A has got how much? 200 rupees. Now it has been deducted. Now it has been updated Now A's account has got how many rupees? 100 rupees. Now immediately what I need to do? I want to update in B. I want to credit it to B. So to credit B, first I want to read B's account. Now what I am doing now? I am just crediting to B's account. Next, immediately what I am doing now? I am just writing B. When I read B, what is the amount? 200 and updated in B's account, and now I am writing. When I am writing, what will be the B value? It will become 300, right? So how many operations are performed here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now all these are operations. Now all these are operations are logically related. Why these operations are logically related? So you assume if these operations are not performed in this sequence, and if they are performed in another sequence, will this transfer of 100 rupees from A to B will be performed? Of course not. To transfer of 100 rupees from A to B, this is what the operations to be performed in sequence, right? So that's why every operations are being performed logically. Every operations are performed logically, right? So what is that logic? First logic is to debit from A and followed by to credit to B. This is what the logic. Based on this particular logic, operations are performed. So that's why those operations are what? Logically related operations. Yes. So these logically related operations comes under what? This particular program. Now what is that program now? Program is again transaction. So now we can define the transaction now. By knowing all these informations, by knowing all these concepts, now we can define the transaction. Now what is transaction? Transaction performs what? Single logic unit of work. Yes. Transaction performs single logic unit of work. What is the single logic unit of work? To transfer amount from A to B. This is what they'll perform. How they are going to perform this single logic unit of work? By the set of logically related operations. Logically related operations. So this is what the definition of transaction. Right? Now we'll understand terminology called database state. Database state, which is also referred as snapshot of database. Now we'll understand this database state with an example. Now at time t1, the database state is A is equal to 100, B is equal to 100. Now what is the sum? Is 200. So before transaction, that is at time t1, database state is A is equal to 100, B is equal to 100 and sum is 200. Now this A plus B is equal to 200. Is this correct? Yes. Summing A and B I am getting 200. This is the correct result. When this is correct, what does that mean? Database state is consistent. Database state is consistent. Right? Now at time t2. So at time t2, transaction has executed on the database and database state has been achieved with the following details. Database state A is equal to 0, b is equal to 200. A plus b is equal to 200. Now see here, after summing both a plus b values, what I am getting? 200. So when I get 200, what I thought? Database state is a consistent. Database state is consistent. Right? So before the transaction, my database state is consistent because of a plus b is equal to 100. And after the transaction also, my database is consistent because a plus b is equal to 200. So before the transaction and after the transaction, if my database state is consistent, right? If my database is consistent, what does it mean? What does it mean? The transaction which has performed on the database, the transaction which is performed on the database has ensured the ACID properties. Has ensured the ACID properties. What does it mean? ACID properties are the properties of the transactions, that ensures database state consistent. Consistency of the database is achieved by the transaction. How transaction is going to achieve that consistency? By using ACID properties. So every transaction follows ACID properties and give consistent results on the database. So regarding ACID properties, we'll discuss in the next video. Thank you.